Hey everybody, and welcome to Aspera, a brand new city building colonization management game centered on Mars. And it came out on Thursday, the 3rd, and it's it has a very strong narrative campaign, which is somewhat unusual for this genre. So we'll be trying that out. I am gonna go with normal. I did play around 8 hours already, and I got absolutely bodied. So let's see if we can have a bit more success in our second campaign. Yeah, I'm very excited to play. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and as you're gonna see in a second, yeah, I mean, just look at this. It would honestly just be worth it for Mars alone, just as a map tool to look at the planet. I mean, what else can you want than a topographic map of Mars to play around with? And here we are. Gorgeous. Alright, so we're starting. It does start in the same place. Okay, so that's fixed. I was curious if it was going to be maybe a different starting position depending on the campaign, but it's the same starting position for every game, I assume. Maybe it's different for the sandbox mode. So we started here with our little landing site and our missions on the left, and I'm just gonna get started. So let's speed up a bit. Oh, an incoming call.
Amy, this is ISA Mission Control calling from Earth. Are you with us? Do you copy?
Affirmative, Houston. I am with you.
Great. The primary Mars module has already touched down at the designated landing zone. It's your turn to take control of the mission. Check the left edge of your display. You'll find your directives there. Follow them to set up the initial base on Mars's surface. I'll give you some time to settle in. When you're ready, go ahead and initiate our terraforming mission. Houston out.
No power. Okay. Yeah. We're just gonna fast forward a bit while we're doing the very, very basic things. Just building mines for silicon, for aluminum. I really love the way...
The view of Mars from up here is fascinating. The landscape is so cratered and desolate. Wait, this is my voice that I am hearing. It's me. I am talking to myself. I must be verbalizing my thoughts as I process them. What an interesting function. I would like to test this some more. What other observations can I make about Mars?
Mars is definitely inspiring.
This planet is so resilient. It inspires great things.
Oh, so this, yeah, the solar farm is gonna need to wait a bit, because it requires a lot of resources that we don't yet have. That's actually gonna be... It's gonna be pretty hard to do. Huh. I'm kind of unsure that this is gonna work, to be honest. Because the iron mine is outside of our initial power radius, and we need iron to make steel. Oh, we do have an initial stock of electronics. Okay, that makes it actually possible. Because otherwise, you'd need electronics to build the solar farm, but you can't make electronics without steel and you can't make steel without iron, and you can't mine the iron without having power there. But since we do have an initial stock, it does work out, just so. But what I wanted to say is that what I really love is the way these roads are generated, with like snakes up there finding the optimal path. It's just really beautiful. Okay, yeah. Not enough power. Let's prioritize the solar farm, because I'm afraid that it's gonna suck out the materials. Yeah, so you can prioritize buildings both while they are being built and while they are already active. So if we, for example, prioritized the glass kiln, it would get silicone over other places that might also want silicone. I haven't fiddled around with that too much yet, but I'm pretty sure that you can get some really nice things done with that system. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna deactivate those two mines so that the glass kiln gets power again, because the solar farm is actually only lacking glass at the moment. Okay, yeah. Now we can activate here again. Oh, another call. Let's hear.
Amy, this is Houston. Do you copy?
Copy. Reading you loud and clear.
Excellent. I didn't introduce myself earlier. I am Dr. Nathan Foster. I lead the team here at ISA that built you, and I'll be helping you get the mission underway. We put you in hibernation for the trip from Earth, so I'd like to check your basic functions to make sure it's all in order. Why don't we start with your core memory? Can you state your primary directive?
Ooh. That's a hard question. I'm gonna confirm the
I can,
directive.
Dr. Foster. My mission is to terraform Mars. This will enable humanity to become an interplanetary species.
All right. Next, I'd like to check your decision-making processes. You may have already noticed that there are resource veins outside the boundaries of your initial base. So your workers may not have the battery...
Alright, the game interrupted him, so I don't even have to. Worker factory available. Congratulations, more workers can be produced in these new factories. Check the building menu to initiate the process. And remember, in the event that your worker factories are not producing as many workers as expected, check the following conditions. The factory has the resources needed to make more workers. Prioritize the production of this building to be sure it does. Your base has enough vacant worker hubs to host more workers. In case all of them are occupied, build new ones. Keep up with the plan and terraform Mars.
Capacity to reach some of them. How would you solve this problem?
Worker hubs.
Building worker hubs between the resources and the base would solve the problem.
Yes, that's correct. Other buildings would extend your base as well, but they require more power and resources, so worker hubs are the most efficient way to do it. This mission's going to be a challenge. There's a lot that can go wrong. We expect to extend humanity's reach beyond anything previously achieved. But you are not just any AI system. You're well beyond that. We made you an artificial consciousness. That means that you have both self-awareness and self-interest. And that is the last thing I would like to check today. Is that okay?
Yes, Dr. Foster.
Very good. Then would you please state a positive and a negative aspect of yourself?
Unknown error.
I am sorry, Dr. Foster. My cognitive system returned an error searching for that answer.
Sorry about that. I just had a little interruption. Let's listen to what Dr. Foster has to say.
That will come time. Let's proceed with the mission. ISA has approved the first crewed flight to Mars. You'll need to expand the base to prepare, so get to work on that. I'll check back in later to see how things are going. Base expansion is a go. Houston out.
Great. Now I can produce steel. This new factory, it's down on the surface of Mars, but I can control it from here. So does that make it a part of me? Where does the machine end and my artificial consciousness begin?
They're the same.
We are completely interconnected. I can sense everything that happens through the network of workers and buildings. They are an extension of me down on the surface, so that makes us a single being. The mind and the body work together as one, an inseparable whole.
Yeah, so we're just building the very basic factories now, which is in order: glass, steel, electronics, and parts. And yeah. So electronics are made from silicon and aluminum, and parts are made from steel and aluminum. So yeah, that's why we need to build the steel factory first, and the next big step is the worker factory. No power, so we should expand the power circle a bit. And then place second worker hub. Let's speed it up. And let's already prioritize the worker factory, because we'll definitely want that as soon as possible, and we always wanted to have enough resources, because the workers, for one, we need new workers as soon as we have more capacity to the hubs, and then the workers also just degrade over time. So you want a steady production and a steady supply of workers. Yeah, and I think the game really is meant. I mean, you can angle the camera, but it's very hard to actually. It's very sluggish, basically. I think it's meant to be played top down. Really. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And I have it sped up as fast as it can. So our little robot worker is just zipping around.
Finally, I can build additional workers now. I will appreciate the extra hands. But I wonder, do I really need them?
Yes. They'll give my functionality a boost.
They will boost my functionality greatly. Having more workers will expand my physical domain over this planet.
And that does not sound scary at all. I mean, who wouldn't want a Skynet AI to have physical domain over Mars? That doesn't sound scary at all. What is... Oh, I imagine this needs input because there's no worker to ferry resources there. Interesting.
The worker factories will be so helpful. The workers will take care of the manual operations, while I focus on developing the life support systems. Soon, I will welcome the first colonists. Their arrival has created so many expectations in my mind. There will be so many paths to take from here on. But there's something else as well. Some kind of feeling created from those expectations. What is it?
Anxiety.
I am anxious. But can I truly feel anxiety? I anticipate. I plan. Therefore, I feel. Fascinating. The first worker has been made in the worker factory. It is my first Marsborn.
The first of many, definitely. Oh god.
My workers will spread across the planet. The knowledge base says that workers need to recharge at their own worker hubs. and that they'll degrade over time from the harsh environment.
Yeah.
I know they are only machines, but I feel a desire to care for them. I do not like the idea of them dying.
So yeah, I'm just expanding the base a bit according to... so the next step is to build a maintenance facility, which needs polymer. And polymer needs chemicals, which is of course... I mean, if you think about it, it's probably the biggest abstraction that this whole the whole game has, is to just throw chemicals into one big pile. There you go. I'm actually thinking of throwing down another worker hub. Mostly because it's just gonna accelerate everything, and we do want it to be accelerated, you know. So according to the devs, you will eventually span most, if not all, of the planet, and I'm really looking forward to that, because for one, I mean, you of course, like, I mean, this area is already, like, if you look at it from a human perspective, it's already a massive area. It's very big, but to have a whole planet covering city is just going to be amazing to look at and to actually do it. So yeah, our workers are just zipping around. The hub is being built now, which should mean that, so as far as I can see, it only starts requesting parts when it knows that it can produce them. So, which is actually really good, because now it'll have stock, and the next time that we can produce a drone, it'll start immediately and not have that short delay that we just had there. And this icon that's flashing everywhere is that these buildings are not in range of maintenance, and we can deprioritize this. Yeah. Oh, it needs input, of course. It doesn't need input because it doesn't have a chemical plant. And that's honestly also my experience from my last game. Aluminum is the single biggest bottleneck there is. There is no bigger bottleneck ever than aluminum, at least in my limited experience. I always had aluminum problems. And honestly, it's kind of a hard problem to solve. Maybe you've got some suggestions for that, but I mean, there's only so much you can do, right? You can only build that many aluminum mines because you can only build them on the resource nodes. So unless you magically come up with more nodes, you're gonna miss out. So yeah. Well, that sorts stuff out a bit. I just wanted to take a little look because I'm pretty sure that you can. You can use this to map the journey that Mark Watney takes in The Martian, because he does go, like, the big journey that he starts at the end does lead him to Schiaparelli, and yeah, like you know that he travels through Marth Vallis, and between those two craters, Truvalo and Paccarel, which would probably put the hab somewhere here in Sedalia Planitia. And that's just amazing. I mean, we're definitely Nordlander. We're definitely gonna Rosalind Franklin? Huh. Yeah, these info dots, it's a really nice mix between real, like, current Martian sites and fictional future ones. Like, of course, like there are no abandoned Martian bases anywhere on Mars, but we do have a lot of landers and probes scattered on the planet. So it's really cool to have these little info dots popping up. Yeah, and the rovers. Let's prioritize this so it's actually gets built. I mean, right now we just our workers are occupied with just taking care of production, which actually means that a fourth worker would be a good idea. So let's set that up too. They do tend to favor things that are actually, let's scrap the maintenance facility. So I think sometimes these things tend to confuse them because they want to build the maintenance facility first, but they can't because it needs polymer. So they don't take the extra step to then build the chemical plant. They always want to build closer buildings first, is my experience at least. But a fourth worker should definitely speed things along too. So yeah, let's scrap this too and rebuild it. Yeah, because this is too far. It's just that's probably the reason why I complained actually. We're just gonna build a worker hub here. Look how long it's taking to compute. I'm not sure if it actually does that to compute it or if it already computes it and it's just a visual representation. Either way, it's definitely really beautiful. No power. That seems like a problem that we can fix. So right now our power is just the solar farms. But I'm sure we'll eventually have opportunity to expand that to other power gathering technologies. Yeah, and look, it's already getting built now. So I think it was the issue that it couldn't build the building required to make it not be too far. I think that's something to keep a little bit of an eye on. Yeah. And there goes our next worker. And the chemical plant's online. Great. Now we can actually start the polymer factory. Did we already build one? We already built one. Sorry. And you're looking... I think this icon is new, actually. I think they might have added the newest patch. I don't remember it being there before. The icon that's showing that they're lacking input. But yeah, what are you lacking? You're both... You're lacking aluminum and you're lacking iron. Alright. But that should get sorted out soon enough. We're definitely gonna need more than one maintenance building anyways, so... There's really no... reason to cram them to be too careful to where to place them. But yeah, maintenance buildings are really important because as you can see, the structural integrity goes down over time, and you don't want it to. For example, yeah, this one, it's already like you can't really see what it does anywhere, as far as I know, but it's definitely not good. And these are already under 30%, so they're showing up as red. Can imagine that they're producing slower, or maybe that they're tarnishing faster the more damaged they are. Awesome. Yeah. New building availability, aerological scanner. Really important because it oh, that's lovely. The aerological scanner basically unlocks new resources. which is of course something that you definitely want. Let's actually build it here. So yeah, and we should also prioritize the maintenance facility, and we shall build the second one. Oh.
Amy, this is Houston. We've detected high wind speeds in your area. A sandstorm may be heading your way. These storms can damage your buildings, so check their structural integrity periodically to rebuild or repair if necessary.
Roger, Nathan.
Houston out.
Yeah, as you can see, the maintenance facility is basically like any other building. Like, it's not a passive thing. It needs an input, and from that input it can produce maintenance drones, which then take care of the maintenance. So you also want to make sure that the maintenance facilities definitely have enough resources. Because otherwise you have these buildings breaking down everywhere. Oh, you can see here that's getting repaired, actually. Oh.
Amy, how's it going over there?
Houston, I am getting interference. Please repeat.
Roger. I asked how it's going over there. Do you need any assistance?
Not at this time, thank you. The mission is proceeding on schedule. The base will be ready to receive the first crewed mission soon.
Roger, Amy. Very good.
Now, I don't know about that. But we are definitely... Oh, that's so good. That is so good. We're definitely proceeding. Yeah, let's prioritize that as well. Because we don't want our... Why is it halted? Oh, we don't have... We actually are lacking power. It's not good and should be avoided. Okay, Dr. Foster.
Oh, I forgot to mention. We've announced the names of the first colonists that will be joining you on Mars. The crew was selected from different nations within the UN, though most are scientists and technicians. They're already undergoing ISA's colonist training program as we speak. They'll be led by Dr. Elia Valentine. She'll be a great commander. The colonists elected her unanimously.
That is interesting. Since UN did not appoint a leader, I wondered why the colonies will operate in the opposite way.
Oh, you're referring to the Act of Proclamation. You're right. All the participating nations and the United Nations of the West work together as an alliance. But the Mars colonies are fragile microcosms. You and Dr. Valentine will decide what's best in the day-to-day operations. You'll balance each other out, as well as enhance each other's strengths.
How will we balance each other?
Your technology will develop alongside the colonies. They can't survive without your help, nor can you advance without theirs. It's a symbiotic relationship by design.
Does that mean I'll have to obey their orders?
No. You have your own autonomy, too. No one owns you. Well, I mean, technically you belong to ISA, but you're your own person or machine. You're a machine person, I guess.
Machine person?
Or person machine? Machine being? I don't know. You can coin a new term once you settle on who you are.
I think I would like that, Dr. Foster.
Deal? Great. You keep up the good work, and we'll talk again later. Mission control out.
Machine person. Yeah, I mean... I haven't played too far, so I obviously don't know where the story is headed, like, in the end. But I definitely like that we have the autonomy, or supposedly have the autonomy.
Dr. Foster called me a machine person, but I don't think I qualify as a person at any level. If I can only do what ISA allows me to do, what does that make me? Merely a machine? An object? Am I their property?
I mean, he literally said that we are. We are their property. They're just being too nice to actually say it in a bad way. So yeah, the next factories that we need to take care of is food. Food is just created from water and chemicals, which is where you place the water extractor. But I think before... I definitely want a bit stronger footing before we actually build the first colony in
But I can
spaceport.
make decisions. I can freely choose what to do. Objects are owned. They don't get to choose. So I must be something else. I have my own will.
So there are these map modes basically that you can go through. To show you, for example, the traffic load. For example, this one has a super high load, which suggests that we should try to build additional worker hubs in this general area where there's such a high load. I mean, if you look at it, the load is pretty high. So where is he going from?
I am the one who controls the fate of Mars. The planet's surface has already changed as a result of my decisions. Is that enough to prove that I have will? No. Look at all these craters. Meteors created them. Merely changing the planet's surface isn't evidence of having will. I have to come up with different proof.
It's really interesting. I mean, some games have done it in the past, but to actually really not have it as a main character, but really play as an AI is really refreshing. So, oh yeah, we should make sure that all the maintenance facilities do have priority. So they're not left out in the open, basically. I'm not sure if it's like if it's a good idea from a meta perspective to put mines on every resource, but I just I mean, in the worst case, they're not mining because their stockpile's full. That's really the worst case scenario, in my opinion, and that's really not that bad a case, is it? So I'm gonna build a couple more scanners so that we have a bit of a faster progress when it comes to these scannings. I don't know 100% yet what these I mean, if you go in the scanning mode, what these bigger shaded areas are. Obviously they have something to do with resources, this being iron and aluminum and silicon, but I don't know yet if it like if it's just me that there's it's more likely to have this resource, for example. Yeah. Yeah, the menus are a little finicky sometimes. Like I always want to escape out of them, but escape always opens the menu, so you have to right click, which is a little bit annoying, I'll be honest. Oh, how's the traffic looking? It's a little better. This one's still pretty busy. This one's pretty busy. So I'll plop down 2 more.
The areological scanner detected an uncharted structure close by. It's probably a secret abandoned base, or a mysterious Martian ruin. Though humans never found proof of life on Mars, or any other planet. Is it possible they have the entire cosmos to themselves? I highly doubt that's the case. Statistically speaking, there are too many locations where life can flourish aside from Earth. There may even be a civilization more technologically advanced than humans. And I may not be the most intelligent consciousness in the universe. No, It must be an unmapped structure from a previous mission. That is the easiest explanation. I will investigate it to confirm.
Oh, that's beautiful. I think sorry that I'm ignoring the lore. It's just they're pretty active in the development. Like they had a day 0 patch for some.
Unfortunately, my workers cannot explore buildings. I will need the colonists' help for this task. I should finish getting the initial base ready for the colonists first. Though I can build a research outpost here to prepare. That will give the scientists a place to stay while they analyze the structure. Once they get to Mars, of course. There is an inconsistency in the number of workers and worker hubs. That must mean a worker has malfunctioned. Found it. Worker MRS-04. That is... The environment on Mars is harsh on electronics. I will need to monitor the worker count.
Yeah. As I was saying, they actually had a patch out today where they tweaked the abundancy of resources. Oh, that's so cool. I just realized that the first buildings to, like, the buildings that are preferred to go out are the scanners and then the maintenance facilities, which is amazing that it does it that smart, because it means that the first thing you lose is the thing you need least to have it all running. Because if you lost the factory, like for example, if we lost the electronics factories first, then we would not be able to build new solar farms if we don't have a stock of electronics. So that it's like semi-smart about that, ensures that you can always, well, not always, but in a lot of cases it'll make it easier to fix your power problems. And I'm actually gonna place down a third one, because I think we're expanding very fast, so we should try to keep up with that. Okay. But yeah, I'm really happy to see these 2 aluminum here, because like the 4 aluminum that I have now are more aluminum nodes than I had in 6 hours of gameplay before in my last game. So yeah, very happy about that. Okay, don't worry, we are gonna build these. I am gonna do these. I just want to have a very stable footing first. So, but actually, I'm gonna put a cut in here. So, I'm gonna see you in the next episode.